In May of 2013, I had the extraordinarily wonderful gift from God to meet Noam Weissman and to be able to start a relationship with him where we pushed and pulled and understood, and we were able to learn together in multiple ways, not just about students, about classrooms, and about life, in a way that I really feel very thankful to God for. So I would like to give you a moment of that extraordinarily wisdom from Noam himself, the Executive Vice President of ODM, Noam Weissman.
In 2013, I disembarked from my cross-country, sleep-deprived, red-eye at an obscure location in Silver Spring, Maryland, or maybe it was Chevy Chase. I did not know much about the Mayberg Foundation at the time. I had not yet heard of Todd Sukal, Rabbi Feld, Amanda Mizrahi, or even Manette or Louis Mayberg. Very quickly, I knew they were different. Not just because Louis many times quipped at the tightness of my pants that day. They were different because for them, status quo would not suffice. They were different because they had an obsession with thinking deeper and differently about Jewish education. And they were different because they had the ability to see both the forest and the trees. But there was one way that stood out for me. One way they were different that was totally remarkable. And it's about radically improving Jewish education, but not because it was a hobby for them, not because it was a nice thing to do, but, and as you'll hear soon, because for them, it was personal. So when Sharon Freundel, my dear colleague and friend, reached out to me about creating a film that was not just for this conference, but that it would be a film to be used in education settings across the globe, my colleague, Andrew Savage, and I discussed it. We looked at each other virtually and said, absolutely. To lead this project, we tapped Noe Jacobson, the head of video at Open Door Media and the head of our YouTube channel, to lead this whole process of what this film would look like. And we brought in Shmuel Hoffman to direct this film together with Noe. I also should say a huge thank you to Rachel Abrahams for just providing unbelievable critical support throughout the whole process. But to frame this film, and that's what I really want to be doing right now, while watching it, I want to suggest the following. As someone who has been accused of cynicism at times myself, for the next 10 minutes, I ask you to turn that off. Turn off the cynicism lens and look through a different lens. Look through a lens of optimism instead. Let's imagine what Jewish education can look like in 3 years, in 5 years, in 10 years. Since its inception, JEIC has been a change agent. That's what they do, that's who they are. They foster innovation and imagine what Jewish education can be, and then they help make it happen. Everyone in this room, everyone who's here is a change agent. Everyone who's here is a change agent. My opinion is that everyone here gets it. Everyone here is inspired to make Jewish education the very best it can be. Everyone here is an insider. And this film, and this is what I want you to think about and to remember, is about bringing the urgency that this room feels and brings this out to the broader education community. To be a change agent, what does it take? Number one, it takes knowledge. What needs to be done? Number two, it takes a network. Who can be our comrades? Number three, it takes professional development. How do we do this? Number four, it takes the funders to invest. And five, most importantly, it takes passion. The why, Simon Sinek, blah, blah, blah. We know Simon Sinek, the why. Start with the why. Okay. That was a cynicism, sorry. Take my own advice, sorry. And we need to remind ourselves of this all the time. It matters. Yes, there are 100 people here, and it matters for everyone here. But it's not enough. Our target market, to use a media term, is not just the 100 people in this room who fundamentally want to explore, who fundamentally maybe even want to agitate a little bit, who want people to think differently. This film that you're about to watch tonight is for everyone not in this room as well. The hundreds of schools across North America and across the globe. We hope this film gives you some food for thought. We hope it gets you thinking. We hope it doesn't just agitate, but that it also inspires. And I invite you to continue dreaming about Jewish education with me. Hope you enjoy this film.